Okay. We can delete that. Well, let them come. I got to shut my locker. I still have something up my sleeve. The door opened, and the 5 men standing huddled together just inside pushed one of their number forward. In any other circumstances, it would have been comical to see how his slow advance, hesitating as he set down each foot, but holding his closed right hand in front of him. He's like, and it's like, oh, that reminds me of a picture. What else looked like that?
When that guy,
Blind Q gave him the black spot. That's right. He's like, step up, lad, cried Silver. I won't eat you. Hand it over, lover. I know the rules. I won't hurt reputation. Thus encouraged, the buccaneer stepped forward more briskly, and having passed something to Silver from hand to hand, slipped it yet more smartly back again to his companions. It's like, okay, I gave it to him. The sea cook looked at it and saw what had been given to him. Oh, the black spot. I thought so. Where might have you gotten the paper? Oh, well, hello, looky here now. This ain't lucky. You've gone and cut this out of a Bible. What fools cut a Bible? Ah, there, said Morgan. Now, what did I say? No good will come of that, I said. Well, you fixed it now among you, continued Silver. You're all swing now, I reckon. What soft-headed lover had a Bible? It was Dick. Dick, was it? Well, then Dick can get the prayers. He's seen a slice of luck, is Dick, as you may lay to it. They actually cut up a Bible to make the black spot. But here the long man with the yellow eyes struck in. Belay the talk, John Silver. This crew's tipped you the black spot in full council, as in duty bound. Just you turn it over as in duty bound and see what's wrote there. Then you can talk. It's like, hey, quit messing around. You need to, there's a black spot for you here. Oh, thank you, George, replied the sea cook. You always was a brisk for business, and has the rules by heart, George, as I'm pleased to see. Well, what is it anyway? Oh, deposed. That's it, is it? Very well, pretty wrote, to be sure, like print, I swear to you. You had right, George? What, you was getting quite a lean man in this here crew. You'll be captain next, I shouldn't wonder. Look, just oblige me that torch again, will you? This pipe now, draw. That was Long John handling the deposition, yeah.
Very sarcastically.
Yeah, very sarcastic. Oh, you got great handwriting. Nice job, George. You wrote George down, right? Oh, way to go. What else?
So, is Morgan, like Captain Swan's name?
No.
Who's Morgan?
Morgan is the guy from... Oh, did we write Morgan down yet?
No.
No.
Yeah, we did that.
Did we? Pirate number 5?
No, you said it was his name.
Pirate number 5 is Morgan.
Okay.
Morgan is the guy from the Admiral, not the Admiral Benbow, but the Spyglass, who was like, you were talking to Black Dog. What were you talking about? Keel Holland. That guy. That's Morgan.
So, like, where's Captain Swan?
We don't know. That's the whole question. We don't know where they are. Yeah?
So is it Morgan?
Israel Hands is dead. He got shot and killed. Morgan is one of the pirates, and we just found out his name last chapter. George, we just found out his name this chapter. All these stock characters, we're starting to get to know them now.
But like when I tweet, did you tell Israel Hands to be Morgan?
Yeah, now if you're tweeting, if you were Israel Hands, now you tweet as Morgan.
Okay.
Good. Yeah?
I don't want to get so long done Silver's good now.
That's what he says, but now he's talking to the pirates about being their captain.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah. Who you tweet as if you're the Watson?
If you were the boatswain, then you were Joe Vanderson, now you're George.
George?
Mm-hmm. Come now, you don't fool this crew no more. You're a funny man by your account, but you're over now, and you'll maybe step down off that barrel and help vote. It's like, hey, we gave you the black spot, now we're going to vote about who's going to be captain. I thought you said you know the rules, returned Silver contemptuously. At least wait if you don't, I do, and I wait here. And I'm still your captain, mind, till you oust your grievances. And I reply, in the meantime, your black spot ain't worth a biscuit. After that, we'll see. Hey, You don't even know the rules, guys. Trying to be kept. Depose me. You give me the black spot, then you tell me what I did wrong, and then I get to answer, then we vote. Come on, guys. Oh, you don't be under no kind of apprehension. We're all square. We are. First, you made a hash of this cruise. You'll be a bold man to say no to that. Second, you let the enemy out of here out of this trap for nothing. Why did they want us? I don't know. But it's pretty plain they wanted it. Third, you wouldn't let us go at them upon the march. Ah, we see through you, John Silver. You want to play bougie. That's what's wrong with you. And then, fourth, there's this here boy. 4 things. What are they? What are the 4 things they say he's done? Jim is one of them. He likes Jim. Yeah, you let him. Oh, we're learning. They let the guys go out of the stockade. Why in the world would you let the captain and those guys go? What's the second thing? You can read it, you know. Yeah?
They let them out for their side when they wanted them.
You wouldn't let us kill them. You let them out of here for nothing, and you wouldn't let us kill them when they were leaving. How easy could it have been to just kill them? And you have Jim, and what's the big one?
He's made a hash of this.
A hash. You've really screwed up this whole journey, man. You thought you had this plan, you totally screwed it up. And Long John looks at him and said, "Is that all?" Enough, too. We'll all swing and some dry for your bungling. Well, now, look here. I'll answer these 4 points. One after another, I'll answer them. I made a hash of this cruise, did I? Well, now you all know what I wanted. You all know, if that had been done, that we'd have been aboard the Hispaniola this night as ever was. Every man of us alive and fit and full of good plum duff, and a treasure in the hold of it, by thunder. Well, who crossed me? Who forced my hand as was the lawful captain? Who tipped me the black spot the day we landed and began this dance? Oh, it's a fine dance, I'm with you there. It looks mighty like a hornpipe at a rope's end in execution dock by London town. But who done it? Who did what? Yeah, but he said,
Who gave
when?
him the map? Oh, no.
When did they give him the, this isn't the black spot again, but somehow, somewhere they gave him the black spot before. What does it say? Who tipped me the black spot on the day we landed? The day we saw land. You guys gave me the black spot. Oh, this isn't the first time they tried to depose him as captain. It's the second time. Right, Madison? And he's like, hey, you guys tried to depose me. You told me I was doing stuff wrong. Who gave him the black spot? Why, it was Anderson and Hans and you, George Mary. Ah, Job Anderson and Israel Hands gave him the black spot along with George. And you're the last above board of that same meddling crew. George, you're the only one left of those 3. What does that have to say about anything? And because you guys gave me the black spot, that's why everything's screwed up. And you had a Davy Jones insolence to stand up for captain over me. You that sank the lot of us by our powers, but this tops the stiffest yarn and nothing. Silver paused, and I could see by the faces of George and his comrades that these words had not been said in vain. They actually were looking at him like, oh man, that's right. George, you were the one who kind of changed things. That's for number 1, cried the accused, wiping sweat from his brow, for he had been talking with a vehemence that shook the house. Why, I give you my word, I'm sick to speak to you. You've neither sense nor memory. Then I leave it to fancy where your mother's was that lets you come to see. See, gentlemen of fortune, I reckon tailors is your trade. You guys should be fitting people for clothes. You shouldn't be trying to be pirates. Hey, go on, John. Speak to the others. Oh, the others. They're a nice lot, ain't they? You say this cruise is bungled, all by gum, if you could understand how bad it's bungled, you would see. We're that near the gibbet of my neck stiff for thinking on it. You've seen them. Maybe hanged in chains, birds about them, seamen pointing them out as they go down the tide. Who's that? Says one. That's John Silver. I know him well, says another, and you can hear the chains a jangle as you go about each from the other buoy. Now that's about where we are, every mother's son of us, thanks to him, and Hans, and Anderson, and other ruination fools of you. And if you want to know about number 4, wait a minute, what is he doing?
He's trying to turn them against
He's
each other.
blaming it, turning them against each other, and
Wasting time.
wasting time, like, okay, what am I going to say next? Right? He's pretty good thinking on the fly.
Stolen.
Stalling. Number 4, I'll jump from 1 to 4. Number 4, that boy was shivering my timbers. Isn't he a hostage? Are we going to go waste a hostage? No, not us. He might be our last chance. I shouldn't wonder. Kill that boy not, me mates. Come on. Number 3, oh well, there's a deal to say about number 3. Maybe you don't count it nothing to have a real college doctor come to see you every day. You, John, when your head broke. Or you, George Marion, had the ague shakes upon you not 6 hours ago, and had your eyes the color of lemon peel the same moment on the clock. That was a lot of talking. Like, George, you got the yellow eyes. It's called jaundice from the malaria that he has. But what did he say about the doctor?
He comes visit them every day.
Yeah, he's coming to help. You don't like that? You got a bandaged head. You got the malaria.
Wait, the doctor Lucy's coming?
That's what he just said. He said Dr. Livesey's coming to help him. That's like, what? This thing is all jacked up. Something's messed up here. And perhaps you didn't know there was a consort coming either. But there is, and not so long till then. And we'll see, you'll be glad to have a hostage when it comes to that. So I was like, hey, we've got a hostage. If we would have shot him, you wouldn't have gotten away. Or if we would have shot him, you wouldn't have anybody to take care of you. And you're the one who screwed up the cruise. That's answering number 1, number 3, and number 4, right? So he still has to answer number 2.
It's number 2 again.
You let him out of here for nothing. Let him out of here for nothing. Why didn't he kill him? They need a doctor. Who does he say really screwed up the cruise? George. And the 2 other guys who were dead. And why did they keep Jim alive?
He's a hostage.
A hostage. Well, here's number 2. And as for number 2, and why I made a bargain? Well, you came crawling on your knees to me to make it. On your knees you came. You was that downhearted. You'd have starved too if I hadn't. Well, that's a trifle. Look here. That's why. And he cast down upon the floor a paper that I instantly recognized. None other than the chart on yellow paper, with the 3 red crosses that I had found in the oilcloth at the bottom of the captain's chest. Why the doctor had given it to him was more than I could fancy. What did he have? Yo, go get it. What did he have?
Map.
The map. So the doctor comes to visit him. The doctor gave him the map. He gave him the stockade. Huh.
Maybe they were working together the whole time.
Huh?
Maybe they were working together the
Ah,
whole time.
maybe we have an inside track with Long John already.
But Longhorn tried to shoot them all already.
So maybe.
But if it were inexplicable to me, the appearance of the chart was incredible to the surviving mutineers. They leaped upon it like cats upon a mouse. It went from hand to hand, one tearing it from another. And by the oaths and the cries and the childish laughter with which they accompanied their examination, you'd have thought it was not only they were fingering the very gold, but were at sea with it, besides in safety. They were like, oh my gosh, we got it. We actually have gold. It's like you don't have anything. You got a piece of paper. You still got to go find it. Yes, that's Flint's sure enough, JF. And the score below with a clove hitch to it. So he done ever. Mighty pretty, said George. But how are we going to get away with it? Us with no ship. Silver suddenly sprang up, supporting himself with one hand against the wall. Now if I give you warning, George, one more word of your sauce, and I'll call you down and fight you. How? Why, how do I know? You would ought to tell me that, you and the rest that lost my schooner. With your interference, burn you. But not you, you can't. You You ain't got the invention of a cockroach. But Silver, you can speak and shall, George Mary, you may lay to that. You will speak to me rightly now. That's fair enough, said the old man. Fair, I reckon so. You lost a ship, I found a treasure. Who's the better man of that? Now I resign. By thunder, elect whom you please to be your captain. Now I'm done. Silver! Barbecue forever! Barbecue for captain! So that's the tune, is it? George, reckon you'll have to wait another turn, right? And lucky for you, as I'm not a revengeful man. But that was never my way. Now, shipmates, this black spot ain't much good now, is it? Dick's crossed his luck, spoiled his Bible, and that's about it. It'll do to kiss the book on still, won't it? Growled Dick, who was evidently uneasy at the curse he had brought upon himself. A boy with a bit cut out? Not it. It don't bind no more than a ballad book. Don't it though? Cried Dick with a sort of joy. Well, I reckon that's worth having too. Here, Jim, here's a curiosity for you. Silver tossed me a piece of paper. It was round, about the size of a crown piece or a coin. One side was blank, for it had been the last leaf. The other contained a verse or two of Revelation. These words among the rest, which struck sharply home upon my mind: without are dogs and murderers, those who were cursed who do what's wrong. The printed side had been blackened with wood ash, which already began to come off and soil my fingers. On the blank side had been written with the same material the one word, deposed, spelled wrong, of course. I have the curiosity beside me at this moment, but not a trace of writing now remains beyond a single scratch, such as a man might make with his thumbnail. He says as he's writing this book, I actually have the black spot in my hand. But it's not black anymore, it just looks like it has a little indentation on it after these many, many days, months, or years. That was the end of the night's business. Soon after, with a drink all round, we lay down to sleep. And outside of Silver's vengeance was to put George Mary up for sentencing, threatening him with death if he should prove unfaithful. Hey, since you tried to overthrow me as captain, you have night watch. It was long ere I could close an eye, and heaven knows I had matter enough for thought in the man whom I had slain that afternoon. Oh yeah, by the way, I killed the guy today. That's kind of hard on my conscience. In my own most perilous position, and above all, in the remarkable game that I saw Silver now engaged upon, keeping the mutineers together with one hand, and grasping with the other at every means possible and impossible to make his peace and save his miserable life. He's living in both worlds. He himself slept peacefully and snored aloud, yet my heart was sore for him, wicked as he was, to think on the dark perils that environed, and that shameful gibbet that awaited him. I feel bad for the guy. I'm actually starting to like Long John Silver. Even though he's murdered people, he is saving my life. Moving on to chapter 30.